Are we on? Are we on? Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I am your host, Glenn Pooh Harding. And oh boy, we have a very special guest. This basketball head is a Cardinal Hayes High School great who grew up in the TAFT houses. He played in the legendary Kingdom Summer League. This basketball head mentors were giants on the New York City basketball scene, like Ed Sundance Davis, Robert Holford, Roy Iceman Beekman, and Mr. Paige, among others. This basketball head also played for the legendary Gauchos and Riverside, winning championships in both AAU programs. That's not easy to do, fam. You can win championship in one or the other, but to win championships with both, that's legendary. Once his playing days was over, he began coaching himself. First with kids in his community in 2002, then at HOSTOS Community College, where they won a national championship. Only the second team in New York to do so. Let me know who was the first. Next, this basketball head coached at Global Institute of Technology for a season before moving on to Metro Flyers and then coached at his alma mater, Cardinal Hayes, for a season. Now, you can find this basketball head training kids and advising coaches and parents alike. So, without further ado, help me welcome to the show, Cardinal Hayes great. And now, trainer and advisor to parents and coaches, my guy, Calief. Hell.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
What's happening, man? What's happening?
Glenn Pooh Harding. My God, I just want to say it's an honor, a blessing to be on Basketball Heads, man. And, you know, you're doing a phenomenal job in the culture of New York City basketball, letting guys, you know, tell their story and, you know, giving guys their flowers, you know. So I just want to salute you, King, that you're doing that.
Appreciate that. And look. First guy on board already. Salute to my guy, Kyle Griffin, All Things Hoops in the building.
My brother.
You know what I'm saying? He hit me up. He was like, or put on the comments. He was like, yo, wow, this is dope. It's my first coach ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, how was Kyle as a kid? Let's get to it, because he's a wisecracking, smart aleck guy that I love, that we always cracking jokes, and he's always, you know, full of life. And good energy. How was he as a kid?
Oh, Kyle, man, I tell you, start with, man, he come from good people, his family, his mom, his grandmom, you know, God bless his dad, we call him Cool Kyle in the hood, right? Because, you know, he's smooth, he watches, he was a kid that, you know, always had respect to everybody older than him, the older generation. He played ball, he was a very good basketball player himself, he was long and lanky. And we had a tournament in TAFT. We started that a long time ago, and he was on my team. I selected him because he was just a cool kid, and you know he gonna listen. So the things he's doing right now is so phenomenal, man. And as a father, I see him with his son and his wife. You know, he's just an amazing kid, just amazing young man.
So you wasn't always a jerk, Cal. That's good to know. That's good to know. No, that's my guy. That's my guy. What up, Basil? What up, Basil? Salute my guy, Basil Kennedy, New Jersey in the house. So I want to jump right into this, man. Who introduced you to the game?
Who introduced me to the game? I could say my brother Mel. You know, Mel and a bunch of guys around my neighborhood. You know, when we was young, you know, you be in the park and you got to just look because you couldn't play. You know, so we played all the other games. So, you know, we had the guys like Bobby Haywood. We had my brother Mel. We had Keith Dennis's. We had the Antoine Champagnes. You know, we had Kevin Williams. We had Kev Cuffees. We had so many people. And Lunky, my man Lunky. You know, so I watched all these guys play while I was playing loadies and kick the can and stuff like that. You know, while watching these guys, because you had to go to the little saucer, then you go to the court. You know what I mean? But you had to master the saucer before you get to the court. You know.
Now, what you saying is right on point, man. Because you know, when we was coming up, it was like the fire engine, and the top of the ladder that was our basket. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we would play there, and then you master there, and then you know you go to the bigger park, where the big guys are at, and again, it's a rite of passage, and I think those were our trainers, right? Because again, I always say this almost every show: you gotta play. You got to be good to get on the court.
Right.
Then you got to be good enough to kind of stay there and win, right? So that's another ladder, right? And then once you get to that ultimate level of playing to where you're so good, even when you lose, there's somebody going to pick you up.
Absolutely.
That's you know you're elite for the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
You arrived.
Yeah, you arrive and you ready to go. Now I'm ready to go play high school basketball. I'm ready to go wherever it's going to take me. I'm ready for it because I did it in my neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Man, you talking about kick the can, right? Run, with the girls, you did the run, catch, and kiss, right? The boys, the Coco Livio. It was so much going on.
Right.
How was it for you as a kid growing up in TAFT houses?
Oh, it was like a family atmosphere. I mean, you talking about your mother friends could tell on you. Like you get your butt whipped with your mother friends. If you didn't, you had to hide. If you doing your thing, you had to hide because you see somebody parent. Like we grew up where you see somebody parent, you know, you're gonna help them with the groceries upstairs because they're gonna give you a few change, and then you're gonna go play video games. You know, and then you go play. You know what I mean? So it was a process of the whole community was taking care of each other, you know, and it was very competitive with, you know, we used to have water fights, you know, with the hot piece and butter, dudes whipping guys with the belt, you know, tag on, tag off, you know. So we had a lot of competitiveness in the project, and growing up in TAFT was beautiful because everybody had love, you know, everybody.
And you couldn't curse in front of Miss Barbara or Mr. Fred because they'll tell your parents, right? You always had that respect. On the old lady that you didn't even know, you didn't curse in front of them.
Right.
Everybody showed respect.
You know, because if you go on the punishment upstairs, the punishment was worse than getting your butt whooped because you know everybody outside playing, you looking out the window in the park. So you know you're not trying to be on punishment in the summertime. You know they was long.
Kids don't care about punishment now because they still on their phones and they're being in their own little world. But if we couldn't go outside, it was a problem.
Really, for real.
What was your first game under the whistle? Do you remember?
My first game, I got to give my man Marvin Crawford from the neighborhood. You know, I started playing on the park. You know, and one day Marv was like, Tom C.S. Bucks was walking by one day because he's from Forster. So I was playing, and then he stopped Tom. He said, "Yo, Tom, put Calief down." Tom said, "Calief, meet me on 117 in Madison, first tournament." Boise yesteryear. Here, I don't even know about TS Bucks, right? That's my first team. TS Bucks, okay?
Look, you know I gotta shout this out. Boys in yesteryears, legendary. Legendary.
So that was my first time under the whistle on 117th Street. Tom get kicked out the game. He chewing the referee out. We had Gary, Tariq, the twins, Big Steve, my man Motree. You know, we had these dudes kids was advanced. I'm talking about advanced at 12 years old, 11, right? Here I'm just coming from the park, right? Back in the park. So the difference under the whistle in the park. So he got kicked out and he was behind the gate. He said, "Put him in." Yeah, I was lost, man. I was lost, but I just played hard and just kept playing hard. But I was lost. And my man Trav Ice, my man Trav, and my man, God bless his dad, Ed was on that team.
When you heard them say put him in, like what was the feeling of that moment right now, knowing you're gonna get a chance to play?
I was scared, man. I was scared to death. But the flow of the game, you know, they were so advanced, you know, I just had to run. So without just running, they'll pass it to me and I could just lay the ball up. Because they were so advanced. So that's how I was. I was really scared, the butterflies. And even them during my whole career in playing, I got butterflies before the game. You know, until you start sweating. You know?
That means you're human, brother, because you know we all have experienced those moments, man, coming up playing basketball. And it could be in front of 2 people or 2,000 or 20,000, right?
Right.
And you know, then you finally, you know, get older and you kind of get used to those moments. Who are some of your basketball heroes? Like, let's talk about some of your basketball heroes. Like, you know, even the neighborhood guy from the guys you was watching on television. Like, who are some of the basketball heroes that you looked
Okay.
up to?
I like that one. My basketball heroes, well, I consider my basketball heroes. I gotta say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know, that's one person that I even tell the guys I train, big guys, that let's do the hook, man. And dudes don't want to do the hook. I say, just score 36,000 points, dude. Are you crazy me? Are you crazy? He might want to help you. So let's
Facts.
start with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? Then I gotta go with Sundance, the Sundance kid, right? I'm talking about herky jerky, shoot your eyeballs out, right? Then I gotta go with Kevin Williams. You know, me and Kev is like, I remind me of him. You know, Kevin Williams, man. You know, Kevin Williams.
Kev is mad at me right now, so salute to Kev Williams.
Williams, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Tab finest, man. I gotta go with one kid. I mean, that kid, he's a grown man. And boy, oh boy, you talking about Ali Mo. You talk about Stick. And he used to be with Stick. His name was Anton Champagne. Yo, Anton Champagne, 6'8", same game, will kill you stutter stepping. So people know who I'm talking about. Antoine Champagne.
Let's because I want to talk about Sundance as well, but let's go from Antoine Champagne and then back to Sundance. What made Antoine Champagne so special, and what's he doing today, if you know?
Antoine's a family man at this point. He did college. I think he went to the University of Hawaii. Antoine, what made him special, he was like Stick in Ali Mo. He was 6'8", long, lanky, could handle, and got the jumper Mac. Antoine Champagne, Park West finest. That's where he went, Park West. And I always tell him online, I say, Antoine, you was a bad boy. He just always laugh. You know what I mean? But he was a nightmare matchup, you know, with anybody. And Sundance, you know, that's my mentor. He's the one who started me into coaching on the collegiate level. So I always tell him, you know, I thank him, and I did it for him too. you know, to represent him because he believed in me, you know, to coach. And that's how I got to Coach Holford. And then I didn't know I was coming to a beast of Coach Holford. But Sundance, you know, his game, you know, seeing him at the later ages of his life, you know, in Gun Hill and playing with him down on the east side. And I wasn't even playing ball no more, but they were still balling and we was killing dudes, you know, in the 99 tournament. Stick and move. They know. And we dudes had to go get dudes. It was me.
Look, you're in New York City. You already know what that means, right? Sometimes you're gonna need some protection walking down some of these parks.
Yeah, I was with the old veteran crew, and they knew I was guarding all the younger dudes. You know, all the younger dudes. They had SA. We played against SA one time, Black Tone one time. They was all on one team. Tony Greer, you know. But I'm with the older group, so my job was just to guard the younger group. I was in enough shape to guard them. You know what I mean? We're dancing them and Muggsy, little Muggsy from the Bronx. We was killing them dudes, and I was with the vets. So
Now we talking about Muggsy, who now has the AAU program, right?
Wiz Kids,
Wiz Kids,
absolutely. That's one of my other guys too.
Muggs we gonna set something up as well. Yep.
Great guy. But Sundance,
and he's still playing too.
I can believe it.
Muggsy's still playing. He go out to Florida. They playing in the 50 and overs and all that. Yep.
Wow. God bless them all.
Yeah. Probably not 50 and over. Probably, but I know he's still playing. I don't want to like saying he's of that, you know, elk or age because I don't know his age.
Right.
But salute to Muggsy. Did you ever come down to Brooklyn to play?
Not really.
And let's talk about that because I always got to talk to my uptown guys about that because, you know, not to toot our horns in Brooklyn, but we have to go everywhere and play.
Right.
But a lot of guys didn't come down to Brooklyn. Why you think that is? Because I know you're a real one.
The belief for me, I just think somebody got to introduce you. You know, I don't think nobody is scared of any borough from New York City. I just think a person got to be like, yo, come, let's go down here. You know what I mean? If nobody really introduce you like that, you're not really traveling like that. You know what I mean? You'll stay local Manhattan, Bronx. You stay on your bridge, you know, Brooklyn, Queens, you know. So if somebody didn't introduce you like that, you didn't go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we just didn't go to Queens. We went to Manhattan. We went to the Bronx. we went everywhere. We went to Staten Island. We was out in Cromwell. Now, because I asked Malloy this to him. Malloy was like, nah, I used to be down at Dean Street Park with Antoine Merichon and all of them, right? So, I asked Shane, the journalist. I asked everybody. I asked Rafer. Rafer used to be playing in Brevoort. He's been like, nah, trust me, I used to be all over play 309 and all that. So I asked all the guys for the city that. But the biggest thing was, you said it. Yo, if I ain't know anybody, I was going down to Brooklyn.
Right.
Because in the era that we grew up in, like you were saying, if you don't know those dudes in the neighborhood, we not going because we might not make it back.
Right. And then playing Riverside Gauchos, you played in your tournaments, whatever tournaments they got you. And it was loyalty that you're going to only them tournaments. Then you're going home and that's it. Then you practice to them and go to their tournaments. And then high school, you going to your high school team and then that's it. You know, so you ain't really running around like that.
Yeah. And I could specifically say it wasn't a lot of Brooklyn tournaments for high school kids back then when we was coming up.
Right.
There were other places like, you know, we was Boys of Yesteryear. I tell you, I played in that, right?
Right.
I played in Uptown. I played in all the tournaments that you could name that was around during those mid 80s, early 90s. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I get it now. I get it now. So what public school was around you, and why didn't you like attend? All right, let's just say, what was your zone school?
Okay, I went to Music 13. I went to a music school, right? 13, right? And you know, being in the band and you know, playing the saxophone. So what happened to me was, you know, and I was playing Riverside Gauchos. I played for my junior high school 13 team too, but I was playing with the Gauchos at the time. That's the Gauchos time. So what happened was basically I was in the student government, and you know, Miss B, I'll never forget her. She was like, "Do y'all kids want to go to Catholic school?" Then I was like, "Sure, go to Cardinal Hayes. I'll go." And that's how I got to Cardinal Hayes. Mr. Lloyd or Lou, none of them guys never paid my tuition. I got a free education for 4 years free in the student sponsorship program out of junior high school. So that's how I got to Cardinal Hayes.
Cause you know, you was talking about you playing for Gaucho and Riverside. I say, yeah, Loicha or Lou, one of them paid for him. Like,
Now,
nah, but that's good to know though.
I'm
That's
the
good to
different one.
know.
I'm the different one. I'm the captain of the team.
So did you have to go through the process that most Catholic school kids go through as far as playing freshman and JV, then varsity? How was your process?
I played freshman, right? I averaged 28 points a game as a freshman. I fell off the team, right? I fell off the team because you could fill only one class. I didn't know that. I come from public school. You know what I mean?
Hold on. You averaged 20. You coming from a music school, and you averaged 28 as a freshman in the Catholic school league.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you failed off. Because you can't fail. You can't fail at one class.
Right. You could fill only one class, but I failed two.
Oh.
So I lost. So my freshman team, we lost in the semifinals to McClancy, where we clapped them by 28. So I knew if I'd have beat them, if I'd have played, we'd have beat them.
Those are 28 points.
Absolutely. So what happened was, you know, after that, I vowed for my team. I said, next year, y'all, I'm coming back. You know what I mean? And we're going to win it just because I fell off the team. You know what I mean? So what happened was Mr. Murray, Thomas Murray, who was the varsity coach for 50-some years. I call him the dean, the Bob Knight of basketball in the Catholic school. Okay, let's don't get that part twisted. He was the Bob Knight of CHSAA basketball. And, you know, I was with the guys. We was 18-0. And my coach, Mr. Rockford, came to me one day. He said, Calief, Mr. Murray says too easy. You got to play varsity. One part of me was so extreme happy because nobody played for Mr. Murray. You had to be he was a senior laden coach. Like, he didn't care who you was. It was about his senior. So for him to move me up, you know, in 10th grade, I felt like I was a giant. You know, and sometimes I look back at it and I said, damn, I should just stood JV, and then just, you know, did the process. But he played me. He played me a lot. And then by my junior year, he zigzagged me, you know, and that was very frustrating. And when you don't have nobody to help you about the process of basketball, you can really hate basketball. Because some coaches can know how to take the game away from you. But if you don't have a circle of people who know how to help you navigate, you know, and stay positive, you can lose the love of the game. So what happened was, it was my junior year in 1990. And that's the year we won the city title. You know, with Jamal Mashburn, Jamal Mashburn, Monster Mash, who Dick Vitale calls Monster Mash. So it was, you know, he was zigzagging me, and I was gonna quit because a lot of guys didn't play for Mr. Murray. Let's get this part very clear. Cardinal Hayes High School have a lot of basketball players that people don't know about, but they didn't want to play for Mr. Murray. Okay? I'm talking about top of the line. You be in gym, dudes was nice, but they couldn't play for Mr. Murray. Okay? So he was not giving me no run. So this is what happened. He wasn't giving me no run. Playing me, not playing me. Playing me, not playing. And you know, it's no joke when you're a good player, when you play Riverside Gauchos and guys see you and they don't see you getting run, and dudes like, yo, leave. Why you ain't getting no run? Yo, that's frustrating. And back then, the crowd was packed. I'm talking about triple headers, okay? Triple headers. If you on the layup line, you know you got to get in, you want to play, and you don't play. Ooh, that's tough. And then in the summertime, you playing, and then you don't even see the guys in the conference playing. Now, that's crazy. You know, and then you see them in school getting 20. Ooh. Then some people start smoking weed because now you frustrated. So, but one thing I did, my grandmother died, right? And I'll never forget, I was at her funeral and I told Grandma, I said, Grandma, we gonna win it. Now, every team back then in 1990 had a pipeline, right? Talenton had Riverside. Let's keep it real. Rice had Gauchos, right? All Hollows had Gauchos, right? St. Raymond's had Riverside, okay? Cardinal Hayes had 2 or 3 people that played, me, Jamal Jackson, Jamal Mashburn, that really played AAU. Everybody else was good. And my man Nehru Wilkins, he played Riverside. Everybody else played mom and pop type of basketball. And so, you know, I'm looking at how Mr. Murray was coaching. So I wasn't gonna quit. I was like, I started getting up talking to the guys, like, yo, this is what we gonna do, yo. I noticed it was no shot clock back in the days. So we will always be winning and then lose the red and all of them at the end. But we had the best player in the country, Jamal Mashburn, who didn't make McDonald's All-American. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I talk about that a lot. Yeah.
Right? And so I figured it out. I said, yo, Mash, when the bigs guard you, you take them on the perimeter. When the small guys guard you, mouse in the house. Everybody else, when we winning, hold the damn ball. And that's how we became the city championship.
Did you ever talk to Mashburn about why didn't he make the McDonald's All-American games? Like
we never talked about it, but one day, you know, we was in the gym. I'll never forget, a cold Saturday, and he was really frustrated sitting on the floor. And I told him, I said, yo, man, don't worry about McDonald's because Red and everybody made it. You know, Calief, Brian Reese.
We had 5 that year. With 5,
Right.
we had one that was across the bridge, and you know, who's my guy that coaches Shaheed Holloway, right?
Right.
He made the fifth base from Queens. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
yeah.
Right. So Mash was basically, you know, frustrated. So I told him, I said, yo, big fella, you Burger King. Don't worry about that. So what I did was I used to tell Mash, I said, yo, I'm gonna count out every bucket. You got to get 5 backs as a quarter. So I shouted out, yo, dog, you got 5, yo, 4, 3, 2, right? And that's how he averaged 35 a game. You know what I mean? So I knew we had the best player, you know what I mean, overall. So they all brought in, I must say, my guys. That's why I say I'm the captain, because all my friends, all the guys I played with, they believed in me. You know what I mean? And they listened to me. And we won it. We was cutting down that net. And everybody wondered how Hayes took it.
What role did you play your senior year when y'all won it? Like, did the coach let the leash off a little bit from you your senior year and let you play?
No, that was my junior year. My senior year, I played all of them. I got all of them. I was the captain of the team. I averaged 18 points, about 8 assists. I didn't care about basketball, though. My energy was gone. You know? So that's why I think as a coach and a mentor, I understand that feeling. You know, I know how to talk to a kid who a coach don't see his vision, his dreams, his potential. I know that feeling, especially when you're a talented player and the coach take it away. So I know that feeling. So that's what I pose my will in that feeling as coaching and as an administrator and as a person who's helping a kid.
Who was your rivals back then? And when y'all played them, who was the guy that gave y'all like a tough time, especially yourself?
Okay, I could say our rival, Talentine was, Red and Reese and Boom, Boo. Come on, let's be honest. How could you lose? This is what I always tell them when we talk. How could y'all lose and y'all played together for 5, 6, 7 years? You don't supposed to lose. Let's keep it real. I'm talking about traveling the whole country playing high level basketball. So if y'all all go to the same school, how you gonna lose? So that's what make ours special, right? Because we didn't have those guys like that, And then at that year, and another thing, it was so hard that everybody was a rival. Let's get to that. It wasn't no who's the team, because any team could beat you in your own gym. In 1990, 91, 89, 88. So it didn't matter if you didn't come with your A game, you was going home, because a person got up for you during the time he was in school, okay, before the game. The game was played in your head at lunchtime.
Facts. So who was a player that
Okay,
that when you played against them, you were looking forward to playing them? Like, okay, I got him tonight. I know it's going to be a dogfight.
that's a good one. I got everybody best man on Riverside, Gauchos, and Cardinal Hayes. I was the guy that guarded everybody best man, because I always said to myself, I guard the best man and I shut him down, we're gonna win. Because everybody else could do what they do. I could score. I was able to score. Everybody know that I could shoot. I could do everything. But I took pride. I had elite defense. Elite defense.
That's my man. That's why I like it. My guy wants to smoke. Trust me, I know the same. I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
Right.
So who was somebody that you look forward to playing against?
I'm gonna tell you who I really looking forward to playing against. Terrence Rencher was a good one, because he could play. Ray Lynch was a good one. Boo Bethel was a good one. Everybody had good guards. Like it was like I got them for everybody, because I knew all of them anyway from Riverside Gauchos. So I was up for all of them. So I'm gonna tell you the toughest player that I played against, that he was on another level than me. And they came to our school. They was undefeated. The #1 team in the country. I ain't see this many scouts in the world. I was a sophomore. This was my sophomore. I'm going to go back to my sophomore. This is why I was messed up in the head to a degree, because Mr. Murray played my butt. St. Anthony's.
Ooh, tough.
So.
And we talk about St. Anthony's in New Jersey.
New Jersey, yes. Bob Early.
That's right.
So I had the guard, Terry DeHare. He was so advanced as in physical elite shape. He was doing the Cincinnati jump stop on me, and I thought he was walking. He had about 18. Yeah, he had about good 18. We lost about 4, because Jamal Mashburn was sick that day. I don't know if he was sick, but he was sick that day.
He probably was sick. Come on. They don't call him Monster Mash for nothing.
I know, but high school was high school. It was different. And he gave everybody the business. That's the best player I ever played with, to be honest. But we lost by 4. And I tell you, that gym was rocking. Roderick Rhodes, right? He was on that team as a freshman. I did my signature move on him, which the whole school went crazy. I did the Larry Bird over his head, and he spent around, and I fucking went and laid him. Crowd went crazy.
Nice. Not like you put the ball over his head.
Yes, sir.
He
Because
turned.
he tried to run up on me. So I threw the ball over his head. And niggas spent around. I was like, lay up. Yo, the whole school went crazy, yo. So that was that Terry DeHill was the toughest player I could say. You know, my amateur career, that was tough.
And would you consider that move that you did on Roderick Rose your most memorable moment in high school?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I can see that.
That's one. That's definitely one. Winning the championship was the ultimate one.
Got you.
You know what I mean? That was the ultimate. You know, to say that I won a city championship, you know, on the bench, not playing, being part of something special, you know, because a lot of people who played in Catholic School League never won a championship. I don't hear you now. It cut off?
Nah, my bad.
My bad. I'm like bugging out.
Nah, that was me. My bad. Salute to Blondie, Southern Belle. Appreciate you. Thanks for the shout out. Danny Riv 101. Hayes class of 89. Salute. I'm talking to my people on Instagram. They're in the building. Casey Lee, PhD, says Coach Calief, giving you a shout out. Salute to all my people on Instagram, all my people on Twitter, Facebook, yeah, and YouTube. We appreciate you. Now tell me this. Now, don't take this personal. Was you on the host role playing with Kentucky, playing with Gauchos and Riverside? Like, what the hell? Like, I know they let the elite players play. Sometimes the elite players only play with one team.
Right.
How did you play with both? Or was this at different times?
Oh, okay. That's a great question. What happened was I was with Dave Jones, right? And I'm talking about a coach who believed in me, you know, and then the next minute I had Dave McCullough. So I wasn't
to both coaches, especially Coach Dave Jones came on the show, and Dave McCullough. Yep.
Playing time like that with Dave McCullough. So what happened was I used to be with Red. So Red was like, yo, me and Red was hanging out, and he was like, yo, let's go come to Riverside. And that's how I got to Riverside with Mr. Lloyd and played with Boo and Boone and you know, the guys like that. So that's how I crossed over.
Got you. No, that's
crazy about that is all Gauchos, I beat Riverside. So I won all that. And then when I went to Riverside, I beat Gauchos for everything.
Man. So now you're accumulating all this experience, right?
Correct.
Playing in high school. You playing with arguably the best player in the country at that time. No schools gave you a shot to play at the next level?
Oh, man. That's where it goes back to navigation, right? And, you know, I used to bump heads with Mr. Murray, too, because I used to tell him, like, what's going on? But when I became a coach, I started understanding a lot, right? So I had a lot of schools. Like, you know, I had Arkansas, I had Pitt, you know, I had Mike Jarvis, you know, I didn't know Nolan Richardson was a black guy. Like, so, you know, I didn't know the schools, Xavier, I had Navy, you know, I had schools, but I didn't know, you know, the process. You know, especially Paul Evans was, you know, he was really on to me at Pitt. And I'd be thinking about, like, damn, if I went there, me, Jerry, and Orlando, and like, you know what I mean? You know, you get to visualize that. So I had that. But when I became a coach, you know, at HOSTOS, you know, junior college. And now you got to navigate a kid career to go to another coach, right? And you might have a headstrong kid. See, back in the days, a lot of coaches controlled the kids because the parents wasn't coming to the games. So a lot of the coaches was like the dads and the navigation system, you know? So I didn't have that, you know what I mean? So Mr. Murray, so I don't know if coaches was talking to Mr. Murray. He could have been like, he's a head case. Right? And this is what I learned. You can have all the letters, you can have all the information, but that don't mean they knocking on your door. You know, when coaches really need you or want you, they come into your home. But back then, you know, them coaches believed in the coach. They going through the coach. So if you didn't have, as they call handlers today, or they call Pied Pipers, I call Pied Pipers, you know, if you don't got those, you kind of lost because you don't know the process. So when I became a coach, it started going back into my high school career to see things. You know what I mean? So when I have a kid at HOSTOS who was really good, but he's headstrong, I will let the coach know, hey, coach, you know he could play, but he's headstrong. And what that means, he has an opinion. He has a mind. Back then, coaches didn't, especially in Catholic school, you couldn't talk back. They didn't want you talking back. So that's the difference.
Nah. Cal, you hear me, right?
Yeah, I hear you clear.
Yeah, I think Cal caught me when I had my sound off for 1 second because I go to the mute button when you're talking because I try to. It gets too hot to have the headphones
No,
on my
I get
ears. But I definitely understand where you're coming from because at Lincoln I played with Bernard Mitchell. He was our leading scorer. Right, he was a huge reason why we won the city championship in '86. Myself, Sean Williams, Tiny Morton, Dave Adebanjo, those are all the key guys. Even my guy Peter Pierre, we all went on to play college basketball, and he was our leading scorer and never played college basketball.
Nice, right?
He gave everybody the business. Kenny Anderson,
I believe,
Joe Green, anybody that was nice in that city during that time, Bernard gave him the business and never played college basketball. So I understand when guys come up and tell me, yo, I never got the shot or I never got the look because I witnessed that. And me and Bernard talk to this day, and every time I see him, I go, or I talk about him, I always mention Bernard Mitchell because he's one of the guys that he's one of the best players I ever played with.
He was a Batman. He was a Batman.
Man, this guy was unbelievable. But he never played college basketball. He became a professional in life, take care of his family. Now he's the coach of the Coney Island Thunder in the ABA League. Right? So, listen, Bernard is not hurting in any way, but we all hurt for him when we talk about his journey not playing basketball. So I definitely understand you being the great player that you were and never got a chance to play college basketball, right? So a lot of people would think it's rare, like, nah, Sun Cap, he wasn't getting recruited, right? And I go, yo, trust me, I've seen my guy. Like, I would have never been a city champion if it wasn't for him.
Absolutely.
And think about it. I was the third leading scorer on the team, but the highest recruited.
Right. But see, back in the days, the coaches, everybody was First of all, I thought about this one. Mr. Lloyd, Lou, Gaucho, Riverside, first of all, they already got kids that was tough and already good, right? Because you had to get off your block first.
Yeah.
Let's get to that. So you had to get off your block first, then make a team, then make a high school team. You know what I mean? And back then, to go to Catholic school, that was like Catholic school. Back, I ain't taking away from public school, for Catholic school was crazy. You know, it was crazy. You know, it was like the Big East. That's how I could describe it. It was like the Big East, man. You know, and it was really tough. But you know, I tell my guys, you know, Orlando Antigua, Jerry Ice, everybody when I see them, I'm so proud of them, man, because their achievements is my achievements. You know what I mean? Just like I got a national championship coaching, and a lot of them coaching now, and that's something they wish they had, and that's what they chasing now, which I hope they get. You know, so you know, Kamani got one. You know, he's doing it. You know what I mean? But
Kamani got 2 now.
he got 2, absolutely 2. Excuse me, Kamani.
Facts.
He
Yeah.
got 2. So you know, everybody journey in life, you know, goes different ways, and you just continue to give back, you know, in basketball to the young kids and anybody who's trying to do something special with their life with basketball.
What made you get into coaching? Was that
What
one
made
of the reasons why you got into coaching?
Nah, not at all. I got into coaching because of Sundance. I used to go. This is how I got to Coach Holford at Hostos. One day I used to go to practice with Sundance. He used to have a junior high school team, right? CPE he was coaching. So I used to go to the games, practice with him, you know, because that's my guy. And one day he couldn't go to practice. So he said, Calief, won't you practice the team for me on a Saturday? So I said, cool, I do it. So I did it. So that got me around the kids a lot. So now I stopped coming. So one day he like, Calief, where you at? The kids are asking for you. I'm like, all right, I come back. So I come back. It was one Saturday morning, I'll never forget, in the spring, in April. It was snowing on a hot day. He called my phone 8 in the morning, and he said, yo, today's your lucky day. And I said, lucky day? He said, Calief, today's your lucky day. I said, okay. He said, I need you to meet me at HOSTOS Community College Monday at 4 o'clock. So I said, okay. I met him. I meet Coach Holford, the team working out. Oh, my God. He said, Sundance wants you to coach. You my coach. You're going to be assistant coach. I said, okay. Boom. Now I go to practice. I thought I knew basketball. Coach Holford, I tell anybody who really know Coach Holford in basketball in New York City, he's an elite coach. I will put my money on that. Against anybody you want to put your money up against Coach Holford, you got a team, he got a team, I bet you would go home with an L. And Coach Holford was down Rick Pitino and a lot of people. And so now when I see guys coaching, I see the tree. Where he got it from, where this happened, what this, because he was a 5-star guy. So I learned under him. That's my guy, you know, who I learned from with the X's and O's. So then I said, wow, I thought I knew basketball from the little bit I knew from Riverside and Cardinal Hayes. It was another level, you know, because Coach Holford was on that Providence team with Billy Donovan in them. You know, he recruited them guys.
Wow.
So he's with Rick Pitino. So we all know Rick Pitino. We already know that animal. And Coach Holford is that animal. He's part of that pipeline. And now I'm part of that pipeline. So that's how I became a coach, because of Sundance, because his son was there. Little Eddie was playing for Hostos. So that's how I became assistant coach there.
Salute to Coach Holford. Yeah. What about basketball? What's up? I appreciate you. Thank you. Nah, this is dope. So you finally got the coach at Hostos. You guys had an unbelievable season.
2005.
What was it like winning the championship and becoming only the second school to win a national championship in New York City, right?
Right.
And for y'all who didn't get the intro when I said guess the first school, if anybody can guess the first school to win a national championship in New York City, put it up in the chat before I say the answer. All right? So we're gonna let them answer that question, see if they can answer it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
Appreciate you, my guy, Tola Beats. So, how was that feeling when you guys won, and who did you guys beat to win the national championship, if you remember?
I remember, hey, those are moments, man. I felt surreal, right? I didn't know the magnitude. What happened. We was up in Delhi. We beat a team called from Chicago, Juliet Community College. I forgot the young man's name. I really forgot the young man's name. They only had 8 players at the Nationals. This kid went to Oklahoma State. I don't know the kid. I can't remember the name. But the kid was like Allen Iverson. The kid was averaging 35 in the tournament. Right? 35 straight, giving you 35. Guard. So jumper was crazy. He had a jumper mat. And so what happened was, we went in, close game. It was a tight game. Threw my man Raul Mercedes on him, which was 6'5", our All-American. And what happened was his parents was like sitting behind us. And she was like, he missed like 2-3 baskets, and it was baskets where the ball went in and went out, and I just heard his mother say, they ain't see my baby warm up. So I turned around, I said, okay, man, I hear that. So it was halftime. We was up 4. And we go in the locker room, but I was the last one to go in the locker room, so I stood behind, let the team, the coaches, everybody going, and he didn't even go in the locker room. He was out there shooting while his team went in the locker room. So you know what I did? I ran in there so fast because Coach Holford was a tactician. I'm talking about if Coach Holford know what you're doing, he gonna do something he gonna make sure he on your butt like hot grits. So I'm watching him for like 2 minutes strong. He just shooting. I ran in there. I said, yo, Coach. He like, what's up, see? I said, yo, that kid out there shooting, y'all. So our kids was on him like hot grits. I'm talking about like hot grits. And the kid was so humble, man. When we beat them, he says, sir, coaches, I just want to say that's the best defense I ever seen. And he only had 18. He had 18 on us.
Wow.
So, and what happens is a lot of people, and I'm going to say it live, right? Because a lot of people get divisions twisted, right? Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, right? HOSTOS was a Division 3 division school, JUCO. But when you go to the national level, it's no Division 3. The Division 3 is Division 1 JUCO. Because out of town is no Division 3. So you talking about you getting 7-footers, 6'11", 6'10", 6'5", where the teams was on a 35-game win streak. You getting teams, Minnesota Technicals, the Lakeland Community Colleges in Texas.
So hold on. So the divisions only exist like on the East Coast?
See, Division 1, the difference between Division 1 is you getting a scholarship, right? Housing. Division 2, partial scholarship. Division 3 is tap and pell.
So it's like that on the junior college level as well?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why JUCO is super tough. Because you get a kid that can play, or you get a kid that's a head case who can go back, who could come from the D1 and come D1 JUCO. So that's what makes JUCO tough. So what made me really feel it? I'm gonna tell you what made me feel the championship. HOSTOS is a Latin school, and Puerto Ricans stick together, man. Yo, Puerto Ricans, y'all, I don't care nobody say. They stick together. And so they was honoring us, right? So we went to Yankee Stadium to get honored. And Derek Jeter, all of them was warming up. And, all the guys were all excited, because we had black brothers, Puerto Rican brothers on our team. And they was excited just to see the guys, and they was straight egging them. So what happened was the commentator, ladies and gentlemen, we want to honor HOSTOS Community College. A team that won a national championship 1952. 1952. Yo, Derek Jeter and all of them stopped and gave them boys hugs and fives. I said, see, fellas, when you're a champion, champions respect champions. So after that, I got to say this one. We was walking down the concourse. They shut the whole concourse down for us. We had a parade. And I was walking by Hayes, Cardinal Hayes. And I remember Mr. Murray said something a long time ago. He said, if y'all keep acting up, you'll be right down the block at HOSTOS Community College. So I walked by and I was waving, smiling. And I said, wow, I got a national championship on 149th, and I got a city title on 153rd Street. Wow. In a 4-block ratio.
That's amazing right there. Nah, no, because if you know, like, I never heard about it. I heard about the championship, right?
Right.
But to give y'all a parade around the school, correct?
From 161st to 149th Street.
Wow.
You talking about the congressman? But I could show the background.
Wow.
Right? Merits, right? Right? Is that you can see that?
Yeah.
So that, that's the showcase. That's the showcase. 3 CUNY titles, 2 regional titles, and 1 national championship in 8 years.
And now they're Division I.
No, they still D3.
They're still D3.
HOSTOS is a nationally ranked program right now, currently.
Wow.
Marquise and Kenny Stevens.
So how come you win the national championship? I thought you move up.
No, but see one thing about CUNY don't care about sports. I'm gonna say it on the record. Right?
Now, because I know my guy CK. Salute to my guy CK. He got the right answer. City College, CCNY. Right? They won the national championship, NCAA championship, and the NIT in the same year.
Correct. We the only 2 teams.
Wow.
We the only 2 teams on the men's side. St. John's #1.
Right.
Nobody. So that's and I took it for granted winning the national title until I heard Jim Boeheim and them and Coach Smith and them talk about national titles, and I said, wow, I did that. Like I won something. I'm the best in the country.
Well, so that means Melo and them won it in what, 2003, right?
Yeah, correct.
But we talking about New York City, not New York State.
That's the state. Correct.
Right. And CK, they won it 1949, 1950. All right. So you got, you off 10 years, but you got the school right.
so that was like a big honor, man. To say I was one of the, I can say, I was the best in the country, one of the best assistant coaches in the country, not in the city, not in the state, in the USA of America.
No doubt. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, man.
That's definitely salute.
Thank you, man.
Definitely salute on that one, man. What does it mean to you now that you can train kids and advise parents and coaches? Well, coaches and then advise parents because, I guess when you talk about your situation, not having someone there to kind of school and give the information, is that the reason why you do what you do now?
Yeah, 1, I love the game, and 2, I just give back to what I wish somebody could have gave me. That's my formula. Is I wish somebody would have gave me just that navigation part. I had the talent because I was 6'2", 6'3" point guard. When I look back, I was like a Gary Payton if we want to go NBA. And if you look at amateur, one of my friends, you know, his name Dave Williams. He said, Calief, you know who you remind me of? I said, who? He said, Carlos Eastland.
Salute to my guy, Carlos Eastland. That's right. That's right. My God, New York City great, Rhode Island great,
So,
Crescent King great, MCI great. That's my
so,
guy.
so if you seen him play, my man said that's who I was.
No doubt.
Carlos Eastland.
Yeah, he definitely could play the point guard, distribute that basketball, score the ball, and also play defense. No doubt. That's a great comparison right there.
So with the parents, right? Because I had situations where the parents, the kids was right there knocking on the door. NBA, knocking, right? And what happens is, you know, when you have an entourage, right, you got to be tight, man. That's anything in life, man. When you part of something special, you have to be loyal. You have to be, you have to know how to take advice. You got to know how to, you know, take a hit, you know, and the key part is, you know, I believe is that you got to take your children to places where they love your child, not like your child. So when you select a school, you got to select a school where the coach will love your child, like if he's his parent, you know, and they got to have the vision for your game, because you can't be a person who, like, you know, athletic, but you going to a coach that's want to slow the game up. You got to go somewhere where they run and gun. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't do half court X's and O's, but you got to go somewhere where he gonna have athletes like you. You know, so when I tell parents about that, you know, I just tell them the truth. You know what I mean? And it's about a free education first. You know, and then if they have an opportunity to go to the NBA or overseas, then that's another conversation. But the key point is that the child will get a free education. Hopefully they can get their masters free, and he can go out of debt. He can come out of school with no debt. So those be the important parts of when you're selecting a school. And, you know, I always ask the person, can you live there after college? If you go into a town, could you live there? You know, so that's how I help my parents and the kids, because even when I'm training them, you know, I already know what coaches are looking for. And the most important part is being an elite athlete, being in shape, right? Because you got to be in shape. Because if you're not in shape, I don't care how nice you is, there's kids there already that's elite and nice. So you have to really be in elite shape. So when I train kids, because a lot of people don't mess with me in training either, because I do conditioning, right? I believe in conditioning, and then we work to the skill set. Because if you got to be able to do it tired, because if we could do overtime, double overtime, triple overtime, and you never tired, you know, the kids that they get tired because they didn't play outside like we did. We played out all day long, all summer. So we was in shape. These kids don't play. They want to work out in the gym. I gotta go to the gym. I said, nah, we're gonna work out in Central Park. Oh no, we're gonna run the stairs on 155th. Oh, we're gonna hit the reservoir outside. How about we gonna shoot jumpers in the rain? Right. We're gonna play in the dark. Right. So you can shoot it with your eye. You got a laser in on your eye in the dark. So if you could do all these elements, so when you get in the gym, it's even easier.
Nah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. If you had one thing you could change about your basketball journey, what would it be and why?
If I could do it all over again, I'd take my academics more serious. Because no matter what coach is intervening what you're doing, or you think you're not part of the puzzle, your academics can take you anywhere in the country, right? And then what happens is, like I tell parents, what I didn't know, every kid developed different. Some kids are good early, you know, and like I tell parents, is every 3 years, you got to get better. You got to get better. If your kid didn't get better in every 3 years, your trainer's keeping your money. He's taking free money, right? Whoever's in that process, right? So I tell parents that because every 3 years, so the kids that was really nice when I wasn't that good fizzled out. Because what? They start hustling. They stopped not wanting to play ball. You know, certain things, elements took them. Where you kept playing, you get more reps and reps and reps. You know what I mean? So a lot of kids, you know, you just got to keep putting the work in, you know? So that's the key, you know, and take care of your academics. Because the first thing a coach going to ask, how's his academics, coach? Then he going to say, how is he as a person, coach? So those are the first two. Because they seen you could play. Because the character is the most important part. See, and that's the part when I look back at it. I was vocal versus, how can I say, I was vocal to coach in front of the players. You know what I mean? Because that's frustration. And then coach, on the flip side, coach didn't take me in the office, right? Because I became a coach. If I had a problem with a kid, I bring him in the office. I need to speak to you. Poop, this is what I need from you. Can you do it? Can you not do it? See, he didn't do that. He just let you let you fizzle out. So as a coach, I'm gonna always tell you, as a trainer, I'm gonna always tell you what I need from you, not what I want. This is what I need. Don't give me what I want. So that's the key thing, man. If I could look back at everything, it's just my academics. I don't regret nothing because Cardinal Hayes, you know, is a great institution. It taught you to be a young man to a man, right? It taught you how to get up and get to work, right? It taught you how to handle your business and network and have friends, and you know, people knew your last name. Hello, Calief Hill. You know, so it was a different experience coming from public school, when you was running wild in class, bugging out, and then now you're in a classroom where it's quiet.
Chill out, chill out. All the public schools is like that. He wasn't running wild. Let's not chill in the public schools like that. Let me stop. I get what you said. I get what you said. Nah,
But it
that's
was all
real.
good.
That's real. Nah, this is dope, man. This is dope, man. Let's have some fun, man. Let's have some fun real quick, man. You know what time it is right now, right?
Yes, sir.
What time you think it is right now?
I think it's 9:08.
Nah, it's time for the top five. Top five.
Top five. Top five.
Wow.
All right. Top five guys you played with, Mr. Hill.
Top 5. Jamal Mashburn. Top 5. On any level, I gotta go with top
Fact.
5. I gotta
Fact.
go with the guys in my group because I beat up everybody. Right? My groups, my 2 groups, Riverside Gauchos. So
Top 5. You only get 5 guys you played with. Only
Okay.
5. So Mashburn is 1.
I gotta say Chanel at the center. I got Mash at the 4. I got Cookie at the 2. Leonard Williams. I got Boone at the 3. Then I got to give Terrence Bethel number 1, the point guard. That's my top 5.
Okay. Top 5 guys you played against.
Top 5 against. I got to say Terrence Wrench is 1. Ray Lynch is 1. Khaled Reeves is 1. Then see, there's a lot of them on different teams. Dirk Phelps is 1.
You only got 1 more.
Red is definitely 1. I got to put my man Red, A. Autry.
Got you. That's the 5. That's the 5.
Oh my God, I forgot my man.
Can't bring nobody off the bench. Can't bring nobody off the bench. Nope.
No. Oh.
You got to replace 1.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
You got to replace 1.
I see. I got to replace 1, but I got to add him.
You can't have nobody off the bench. It's called top 5 for a reason.
Okay, so I could take 1 out.
You can take 1 out and replace 1.
I gotta take my man Red out because I ain't get a chance to play against him a lot, right? I gotta put Jerry McCullough.
Got you. My guy Ted Portwine said great advice when you was talking earlier about, one of the things that you would have changed in your journey. He said, I like the brother's mentality. Great stuff. He's dropping jewels.
Thanks, man.
No doubt. All right. Top 5 players in New York City history all time. And according to you.
According to me, I gotta say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Right? I gotta say Tiny Archibald. All right? All times. I'm looking at different eras. I gotta throw Starbury. The Starbury was nice. I gotta give him. He held it down, Starbury. I gotta say Lloyd Daniels. I gotta say Lloyd Daniels. You can hear me? I can't hear you.
Nah. I didn't want to talk while you was naming your top 5. I just was showing people I had the Coney Island shirt on and giving a shout to Sweet Pea. Fact.
My bad.
Sorry.
So I got Lloyd Daniels.
You got one more.
And I gotta go with the Monster Mash, baby.
No doubt. Yo, that's an awesome 5. No one has ever picked the same 5. Ever.
Wow.
Just show you how much talent we have in New York City, man.
Right.
Man, this is awesome, brother. I'm glad, man, we was able to do this. You get a chance to tell your story. And you kept it real, man. You didn't pull any punches. You had so many people show you love, man. So many people came through in the building. Appreciate everyone from Cal, from All Things Hoop, my guy Bezu, Ayatollah Beats, Capricorn Love came through. Ted Portwine came through. Salute to my brother Bruce Harris. Always for love. Always. He's the Bronx representative to the death. He gonna let me know you got to get some Bronx guys on. So
that's my bro.
That's right. Craig Love came through.
Oh, Craig Love. Wow.
Miranda Walker came through. Derek Hawkins came through. Basketball came through. My guy CK in the building. Ted Portwine in the building. Abdul Lewis came through. Salute Abdul. Facts. Appreciate you, Capricorn Love. Thank you for kind words. She said, that's my brother right there.
That's my sis, too. Her son, KJ, baby. He going to be an animal. I'm telling y'all right now, KJ Kelly, baby. KJ Kelly. I'm telling you, remember the name.
No doubt.
KJ Kelly.
No doubt, man. Listen, bro. Look, I appreciate you coming on, man. We definitely going to see each other again. I'm going to pull up to the Bronx. And when I do, I'm going to call you, let you know I'm in the building.
Right.
All right?
Absolutely, man. I'm honored, man. I just want to say I'm honored, man, to be on your podcast, man. And I thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart, man. You know, and you continue to do big things. And we're going to link up because when I do my podcast, I got to bring you on.
Anytime, man. Anytime. I'm here to rep for the city. Those people, yeah. Come on, man. You know it's all love whenever you need me, man. And if this is your first time on this platform, please subscribe and share this. Share this show with everyone. Everybody that know Calief, share this. Who is friends of a friend of a friend and a family member, share this and let everybody see it, man. My God deserves to have his flowers, man. Appreciate you, my brother.
Much love.
No doubt.
Salute, King.
No doubt.
All right.
Man, look. Got me sweating under here, Calief. Another great show. Another great story. When you look back at your life and you start to reflect on your past and you kind of figure out the things that you could have done better, right? With your situation. Everybody's always a work in progress in those younger years. Everyone. Sometimes you could give it your all and have the rug pulled right from under you. Like I explained to you, I had a teammate that went through the same situation. Someone that doesn't promote you the right way, or you put yourself behind the gun by voicing opinions in front of teammates or bumping head with the coach. All those things are learning process. But what'd he do? He became a coach. He was there for his players. He was there for the parents. He was making sure he was a role model and was able to talk to his players so they understand some of the things he wasn't able to understand when he was younger. And he became that voice for them. He became that rock for them. And it led him to become a national champion. Can't ask for no more than that. He's still out here getting his flowers, people pulling up, showing him love. He was on Basketball Heads tonight. And we give him his flowers. So salute my brother, Calief Hill. You're a real one, brother. You put it down for New York City, and you're still doing it to this day. So salute to you and your family, man. God bless. Well, we're about to get out of here. Y'all know what it is. I am your host, Glenn Poole Harding, and you've been watching Basketball Heads Live, the podcast on NYC basketball history. Y'all know what it is. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know who's coming up next. You heard? More shows coming your way. And as we always say around this time, thank you, Capricorn Love. That logo is hot. I know that logo is hot. Thank you. Thank you. Peace.